I'd like to talk to you about testimony. Obviously, in a criminal matter, as everybody knows, you can't be forced to testify against yourself. You can't be forced to give testimony in a criminal case. But that doesn't mean that your behavior is not testifying. At a time of a criminal case, they won't be able to force you to get on the stand and talk about what happened in the incident. But they can talk about the way you behaved at the time of your use of force incident. They can talk about whether you seemed upset. Obviously, the 911 call, assuming you're the person who makes the 911 call, that will be evidence in the case. And so you'll be testifying by your actions or other ways, for instance, the type of firearm you used, the type of ammunition you selected. That will all be a way of the jury understanding what your mindset was, what level of training you had, and whether this was an incident that you did everything you could to prevent or an incident that you were looking for. That's what the prosecutor will try to make the jury believe, is that you wanted this incident, you sought it out, and you reacted inappropriately, and it was not a justified use of force incident. So we want our members, and anyone else who's even a non-member, to be cognizant of the fact that the weapon you choose says a lot about what your mindset is. The rounds, the holster, the level of training you have or don't have are all things that can be used for your defense in a criminal action or can be used against you. And in a civil case, which is different from a criminal case, you can be forced to testify. Now, you can still take the Fifth Amendment and elect not to testify, but it would be used against you at the time of your criminal defense trial. So the matters of testimony in a criminal case, they can't force you to do it. The civil case, they can. You can sit there on that stand, and in front of a jury, you would have to raise your hand and take the Fifth Amendment. Otherwise, you have to testify about the incident. And so you're going to be cross-examined over every aspect of the incident. And you would be on the stand for hours and hours while a plaintiff's personal injury lawyer attacks you for every single decision you're making, your clothes, your selection of your weapon, your ammunition, your training, your mindset, the things you said, the way you behaved and acted is all relevant to determine the mindset that you were behaving with in the time you had your incident. So testifying does not only occur on the stand, it occurs from right now, from the moment that you begin your path as a person who has a concealed weapon permit. It is a very serious responsibility. And if you're carrying a gun that has a zombie killer on it, or is pink or blue or whatever, it's not a fashion item, it is a weapon used for a purpose. And you have to have the right mindset as a person who could someday be the target of an administrative, a criminal, or a civil lawsuit that puts at stake your freedom and everything you've worked your entire life to provide for you and your family.